Bonsoir. We are sitting here in our apartment in Nice, which we're not going to show you because it's a little messy right now because we haven't been staying here at all. We just got back from a day trip. We went to the countryside in Provence and it was an amazing trip. It was only 8 of us in a minivan and we went to several different places. Our tour guide's name was Joe and he was extremely knowledgeable about everything. Um, we first took off out of Nice, and he kind of told us a little bit about Nice and the history. Apparently, the streets are cleaned every single night with high pressure water, and the whole city, you can tell, is very clean. They have some of the cleanest water in the world because there's not a lot of industrial things here. Their main products here are olives and flowers, and they make most of their money from tourism. He told us there are 3 million people living in Nice and 22 million tourists, just to give you an idea. And I think Monaco has 34,000 people. And how many tourists did he say? Like 8 million? So we're going to take a city bike tour in the morning and we're going to learn more about the old town of Nice. But today we went first to Cannes, where they have the Cannes Film Festival, and we saw the big building. We saw where the red carpet is normally rolled out for all of the celebrities, and we walked around the shore and we saw these $1 million yachts. Our tour guide said it normally costs about 200,000 euros and 6 trucks of gasoline to fill one up for gas for the weekend. So it's cost the same amount to go out on the boat for a weekend as it is to buy an apartment in Cannes. So it was really nice there. There was every designer store along the coast you could imagine, from Chanel and Louis Vuitton to, I mean, every other one that I don't even remember. After that, we took a ride up to a place called Grasse, and it's on top of a mountain, and that's where they have a perfumery. It's one of the, I guess, oldest or biggest in the world. And this city, I mean, this area of the country is known for its flowers, so they make a lot of perfume. The whole area smelled amazing, and we learned a lot about perfume. It was really interesting because they said making perfume is a lot like composing music. So you have the head note, which is the smell that you first smell immediately when you spray it on, and then that kind of goes away and you start smelling the other layers. And so the base note, which is what they called it, is all the heavier smells like your musks and wood and vanilla. So we did a lot of sample smelling, and so she had us guess, what ingredients we could smell. John Paul did better than I did, but it was really interesting. It really makes you appreciate the perfume a lot. And I bought some perfume. I got a little sampler. Can you see it says Fragonard? That is the name of the area and the name of the perfumery. And this is some of their scents. And they gave us a little pamphlet, and it has each one of the perfumes, and it has all of the different essences that they use. They also have all of the same tools that they used, hundreds of years ago when the perfumery opened. So now they use a lot of chemicals to extract the essences from the flowers. But back in the olden days, they used to do layers of pig fat and then layer of the flowers and then more layers of pig fat, and they would have to let it sit for about 6 weeks to extract all the essence. And then they would dissolve it in alcohol and then let the alcohol evaporate. And it was really, really labor intensive, but now they can do the process in 6 to 8 hours. But they still do the old methods just to keep up the tradition alive and everything. They also made a lot of soap there. After that, we went to a little town called Gourdon, and it's a medieval little village, and it's way up high on top of a mountain with the most spectacular views you could ever imagine. And we had a little bit of food. It was very, very tiny. Not many people live there. There is one little teeny tiny bread and breakfast. We have lots of pictures and some great video of that on my good camera that we'll have to upload when we get home. And after that, we went to, where did we go? St. Paul. yeah, Duvance, and it's this. Dad, you would appreciate this. It's a teeny tiny village, and I think it had 57 art galleries in this one little teeny tiny village. All the streets, it's all just walking, and it's all handmade with stones with little designs. I got pictures of that mostly on my good camera. But everything was hand done. All these galleries, and a lot of the galleries had the artists themselves sitting in their gallery working on art. It was amazing. And the best part was this little candy store that we came across. It's called La Cour Gourmande, and they had every kind of candy that you could imagine. We've been munching on them like little by little, but they had a lot of cookies filled with chocolate, lots of lollipops and fudge, and the lady was so nice. Everyone on our tour got stuff from there. It was really fun. And then we headed back to Nice, and now we're here, and as you can see behind me, the rain has let up, but we're under a thunderstorm warning, so we get to watch the rain. You can hear a little bit of thunder from our hotel. It's really nice. It's really cool. There's nice, cool air coming inside our hotel. So tomorrow we're going to wake up and we're going to go on the city bike tour, and then in the afternoon we're going to get some bus tickets and go explore the old town by ourselves. It's really interesting because Nice's history is a mix of French and Italian. It's as Italian as you can get without actually being in Italy. And there's a whole language that people from the old town of Nice speak. It's called Niçard. And so it's not quite French and it's not quite Italian, but a lot of people still maintain the language. So hopefully we'll get to hear some of that tomorrow. So that was our trip today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Guide. I'll sort it out for you. I'll bring the champagne and the food. Yeah. So you guys sort out the fuel though. I don't want to be making out something like 30,000.